Not making decisions comes from not being confident and not being assertive, both of which are skills. Just like any other skill that you learn, these are skills that I can teach you. Making decisions and honoring them creates confidence. And the more confidence that you create, you'll find that you make more decisions. And the more decisions you make, the more confident you feel. And the more confident you feel, the happier you are. And the happier you are, the better your life is. And everybody wants to be happy, right? That is the one core value that we all share. So do know that your happiness does stem from many things. And one of them absolutely is making decisions and honoring them. Of course, we're not always going to make the ideal decision. However, we make the decisions that's best for us at that present moment based on who we are in that moment and also based on what we know so far. Not making a decision is when you are in hesitation and procrastination mode, which of course is super destructive. Being confused and saying, I don't know, which is what I call the illusion of confusion. And I don't know what to do, is really, truly based on your limiting beliefs and on your fears. Way too many people waste way too much time in confusion just simply because they don't make a decision. When you are indecisive and confused, the most awesome and most amazing things that life has to offer just simply doesn't happen. You cannot manifest anything for yourself and you can't create an awesome life for yourself when you are confused and telling yourself that you don't know. Now, I'm not talking about the same kind of I don't know when we're talking about, say, for example, like an algebra equation. That I definitely don't know. What I'm talking about is when we deny that intuition that we all have, when we deny our higher self, our inner wisdom, and we just don't want to deal with whatever it is that we're faced with. It's when you're not wanting to think deeply and denying what you really already know is true. When you do make a decision and honor it, it's a way for us to overcome our primitive reptilian brain that is really its primary job is to keep everything consistent, keep everything the same, keep everything familiar, because our brain's job is to protect us and to keep us safe. However, that is the total opposite of building absolute confidence. We don't want to be kept safe. We want to get outside of our comfort zone, outside of the norm, outside of what we typically do, so that we are building confidence consistently. And that does require making decisions and taking action. The key really is to learn how to trust yourself. And that's really what confidence is all about, is being able to trust yourself. The more that you become self-aware and really connected to who you really are, the more you're going to be able to trust yourself. And the more that you can trust yourself, the more decisions you're going to be able to make. So with that being said, I would like to share with you my 6 tips for how to make confident decisions. Let's get into it. Tip number 1, listen to your intuition and not your fear. We all have access to this positive voice that we hear, and we have to learn how to listen to it. Although it can be challenging to tap into our instincts, or our gut feeling as some people call it, we all have the ability to do that. It's really about getting to a place where you can cancel out the negative commentary, the negative noise that goes on in your mind, and get to a place where you can hear the positive. Learn how to practice mindfulness. So this is really important for you to get into the habit of doing it, even if it's just for 5 minutes, just being able to be still and do your very best to just focus on your breath. I will be doing a video all about the importance of breathing and how that relates to anxiety and our confidence. Tip number 2, reconsider it. A lot of people have a whole lot of self-imposed fears and limitations that are based on the past experiences that they've gone through. So what you want to do is, if you are faced with a decision that you're having a hard time making, is reconsider it based on where you are now. So for example, I hear frequently from some of my clients that they're not sure about their career. So they start working on themselves, they have a new insight about who they really are and what their purpose is and what they're really passionate about. And sometimes they're like, you know what? My job freaking sucks. I don't like my job and I want to switch my career, but I can't decide. So what you want to do is you want to take away your past experiences and think about it from today. Based on who you are today, would you choose that current career? And the same thing goes with relationships. If you're unhappy in your relationship, ask yourself, based on who I am today, would I get back or would I involve myself in a relationship with this person? So that's a really great way to make a confident decision. We'll just say, well, I've been doing this for so long. I've had this career for so long. I've been in this relationship for 5 years. I've been married for so long. And you really want to ask yourself, is that really a good reason or a good way to make a decision just because you've been doing it for so long? No, that's what makes people really miserable and really unhappy and really unfulfilled. You don't want to make a decision just because you've been doing something for so long. You want to make a decision because you actually like that decision. Tip number 3, reframe the meaning that you give to the word failure. There's that damn F word again that I hear all the time. And it's really unfortunate because most of my clients and so many people really, really struggle with the fear of failure. And that happens for a few reasons. The 2 biggest reasons are because of the belief associated with the idea that making a mistake is a bad thing. And also the belief that you're only good enough when you get acceptance, approval, and attention and validation from other people. And of course, I talk a lot about this in my videos, and I will make a video specifically around this, knowing that, or talking about how important it is for us to not put so much importance on the opinions of other people and to seek external validation, acceptance, and approval from the external world. It's a very, very destructive way to live your life. And of course, it makes it impossible to build authentic confidence. Tip number 4, ask yourself if you can say yes to both of the things that you are trying to decide on. Sometimes people think that they have to say no to one thing and yes to the other, and maybe you don't want to say no to that one thing, so you end up just not making a decision at all. But what if you could say yes to both things? For example, one of my clients that I'm working with right now is considering starting a business, a side business, and never really considered, oh, hey, I can still keep my job and start my business very small, just in the evenings on the side. So think about that. There are times when you can just say yes to both things and there really isn't a decision to be made at all. Tip number 5, ask yourself, what is going to move me towards me being the most confident version of myself? So you want to envision yourself in the future as the most confident version of yourself and who you would ideally like to be. And if you make that decision, is that going to get you closer to that or further away from that? It's tip number 6 is 3, 2, 1, make the damn decision. That's what I like to call it, the 3, 2, 1 technique. And that basically means that when you are having to make a decision, instead of going to the immediate hesitate and procrastinate mode, count it down in your own mind. 3, 2, 1, okay, go. Do it. So that's whether you have to decide on what outfit to wear in the morning or what it is that you want to eat. Count it down, take a breath, close your eyes, open your eyes, and make the damn decision. And once you decide on what it is that you want, then the universe will help you manifest that for yourself. We are constantly co-creating. So you've got to make decisions first in order to make that happen. So grab a pen and paper and write this down. What do I want? Come up with at least 3 to 5 things. Write it in the comment section down below. I would love to see what you've got for your decision making, what it is that you want, and how are you going to make that happen? And thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe to my channel. There's tons of great content coming up. And And as always, remember that there is absolutely nothing, and I mean nothing, more powerful than absolute confidence. So go out there and live life confidently and have an awesome day. Bye. Thanks for watching.